Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for the Tuesday night super stream and the end of this glorious Easter feast of football. And we have got 2 games left in the Championship. I know some of you are going to be watching Champions League as well, so we can keep half an eye on that. But couple of big games in the Championship. 7 p.m. kickoff. Brentford versus Birmingham. Brentford trying to close the gap on Watford. Birmingham trying to capitalise on a slip by Rotherham at the weekend. And then a 7:45 kickoff. Norwich versus Huddersfield. Norwich just trying to figure out which game it is they get promoted on, and wanting to add another 3 points. I think they go to 87 with a win. So very, very close for Norwich at the moment. Huddersfield probably just want to stick another 3 or 4 on the board as the season winds down to guarantee safety. They too will have been pleased to see Rotherham losing at the weekend. The plan is we have iFollow here, and I'm looking at the A4, which I've driven down many times, and the Brentford Community Stadium. So we'll be first half of Brentford on iFollow. We'll kind of swing between both. We'll get to do the first 15 for sure of Norwich and Huddersfield. Of course, the changeover at 7:45. We'll look over there. Then kind of in between both, but main focus really on Brentford as we go. And then we can finish off and focus on the second half of Norwich versus Huddersfield. So we are 6 minutes from kickoff. Plenty of time by my normal standards. So we'll just bang through the plugs. Let me know that you can see me, hear me loudly, clearly. Say hello in the comments and give me a prediction, or give me 2 winners or 2 results. You might say draw Norwich. You might say Brentford draw. You might say Birmingham Huddersfield. I don't know. Give me your predictions for both of these games down there in the chat. And of course, we'll go through the teams in a sec. But let's just do our plugs. This is a super stream because there's more than one game. So we're thanking David, who is our fan sponsor for these type of show. Fan of the channel, happy to support great content. David, with his lovely daughter there, in a Watford shirt. So he is presumably very much team Birmingham and team Huddersfield in this one tonight. The away underdogs, the home favourites we have tonight. Thank you very much, David, for your support. You too can get involved like David did over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. You can also support via Super Chat. Any point in the broadcast, first Super Chat becomes king of the bin. We do have Pedant's Corner now to sponsor as well, for those of you who like to complain about small factual inaccuracies and name pronunciation in various European tongues. Please hit the thumbs up button on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and on YouTube. We went over 15,000 subscribers. God damn it. A great weekend for the channel. This has been. Thank you, everybody. And please hit subscribe if you haven't already. I can see loads of comments coming in via the chat. Let me do the team news first, and then we'll move across to the comments. Keep them coming Guys, you can see there 4 minutes to kick off for Brentford. Just the one change to the Bees. And remember, this is the second Brentford watch along in a couple of days. So we're pretty knowledgeable on how things stand at Brentford, having watched them for a couple of hours this past, it was the Saturday game, wasn't it? Against Huddersfield, one of the other teams playing tonight. One change for Brentford. Jensen has come into that midfield. Godos started in the previous game against Huddersfield. So, in goal, David Raya. Centre-backs, Pinnock and Janssen, which has been the sort of main partnership over the last couple of seasons. As I know, Winston Reid had arrived in January and come in. Now, here was a problem. The fullbacks, there's no Henry and there's no Dalsgaard. So Sørensen and Rørslev struggled on Saturday, particularly in the opening going. So keep your eye on that. And I'm sure Lee Bowyer will be fully aware and expect Mr. Jutkovic and Mr. Hogan to be targeting Mr. Rørslev in the right back position as and when they can. So across the midfield, Janelt, Norgard, Jensen. It did look better when Jensen came in. They do miss De Silva. He's a classy player and he does give that balance on the right side, but coming in on that left foot, doesn't he? Lots of Brentford fans are telling me they don't like Janelt, Norgard together. So some of them want that to end up Norgard, Jensen, Marcondes, or Norgard, Jensen, De Silva. Marcondes is on the bench. Let me know what you think of the balance there in the Brentford midfield. And Buemo and Canos are the inverted wingers. And the league's top scorer, Ivan Toney, 28 goals, 2 off the mythical 30. Could he do it tonight? I'm sure Bees fans would like to see him on the score sheet. There he subs for Brentford. Daniels, Good, Reed, Stevens, Marcondes, Bidstrup, Godos, Force, and Fosu. We will be likely seeing Fosu, Force, Godos, Marcondes, you would think, if all is not well going into the second half. Birmingham under Lee Bowyer, a little bit more straightforward. He doesn't have a lot of time to undo the ills of Karanka and whatever was going on there. Hey, we'll move on from that. But he's got them playing nice and simplistically. He's got them picking up points, actually. 6 points in 3, couple of home results and a win over Swansea. I know Swansea are slipping, but hey, they were above Brentford when Birmingham played Swansea. So they do have form for upsetting the apple cart, so to speak. There's the team. Etheridge, Colin, Roberts, Dean, Pedersen across the back. SofaScore is suggesting, call it what you like, diamond midfield, 4-3-1-2, 4-3-3. We'll find out. We'll see what the intentions are. But Gardner, Sunjic sitting with McGree. Halilovic presumably is trying to get in support. Jutkovic and Hogan. Jutkovic and Hogan, that's a wily, experienced championship front two who know what they're doing. So, you know, Brentford are the sort of side that play open and do take risks, and they'll be hoping to use the physicality of Jutkovic and, of course, Hogan, a former Brentford player, is one of the first out of the door for big money from Brentford in this recent climb, and another example of their excellent recruitment. Prieto on the bench there. Friend, Bella, Harper, Lecco, San Jose, Seddon, Terrell, Cosgrove. A lot of Karanka players there on the bench. Look, Prieto, Friend, Harper, Lecco, San Jose, Terrell, Cosgrove, all Karanka signings, all bombed out. You want to see the league table, don't you? And then we'll go to the comments. So, just focusing on this one, a win for Brentford would take them to 72 points. They would be 7 points off Watford with a game in hand and Watford still to play. So were you an optimistic Bees fan, you would argue the game in hand at Rotherham and the game against Watford that were Brentford, if they were to win tonight, to also win those 2 games. That's a 1-point gap, but we are making giant leaps here. And I'm sure Watford fans, Swansea fans, even Barnsley fans now in the box seat there, Reading are within a game, will probably be hoping for a Brentford slip up tonight. And Norwich up the top there, who play at 7:45, know that a Brentford defeat guarantees a 18-point lead with then the opponents to play 7. So Norwich virtually a game away if it's a Brentford defeat and a Norwich victory tonight. We'll talk more about that later. Birmingham are in it up to their eyeballs, but they've had a couple of good results. I'm just seeing Harley Dean, another former Brentford player. So is Max Collin, isn't it? A lot of movement between these 2 clubs. Birmingham, well, 6 points gap. Rotherham have those games in hand. Rotherham play Birmingham, I think, in the last of the mad 4-game week. Birmingham, look, if they take a point from this and go to 42 from 40 games, and a 7-point gap, I think they'll be more than happy with that. A win would take Birmingham to 18th, and Lee Bowyer would. You may as well start designing the statue if he gets them out of this that quickly. So I jest, of course. Right. We are about to kick off. We have kicked off. Now, remember, everybody, we are on iFollow for Brentford. So there will be a slight lag between what's happening in the real world and what's actually happening on my screen. Obviously, if you're following any journalists, they may have information ahead. Don't spoil it in the chat. And if you want to sync up, just ask for a time sync in the chat and we will do just that. We're going to get your comments up, but immediately we're going to have a Mark Roberts long throw for Birmingham. Going to go into the box. Only 39 seconds on the clock. Huge throw from Roberts. It's a Brentford head on it. I think it's going to be a corner and a really highly desirable start for Birmingham here. They've got a set play straight away and they've managed to generate a corner from it. Brentford v Birmingham. Watch along. Apologies. I will go to your comments any second. But we have a corner for Birmingham early doors in this one. In it comes from the left. Floaty, easy for David Raya. And Brentford get their first feel of the ball. I'm going to get my first feel of the comments. Sorry, loads going on in here. Let's get through a few. Evening, Liam. Yeah, keep your eyes on Borussia Dortmund, Man City. I've got BT up there so we can keep an eye on the Champions League a little bit. David, must win for the Bees. Good luck, you Brentford fans. Amanda, hi Ben. Come on, Norwich and Brentford, says Amanda. Chris, Bees unchanged despite the shortcomings of Rursleff and the ill-suited nature of fielding both Norgard and Janelt. Both points I made, I agree with you there. Bowyer has soon given Lecco the chop. Interesting indeed. Richard, good evening. Buen dia starts for Norwich. Skip, Aarons and Janulis. We predicted all of those things happening, didn't we, once we saw the team Norwich put out against Preston. We'll do a few more comments in a sec. Hello to everybody. Keep them coming. Birmingham have started the better in this. Sunjic down the left-hand side. I think it's going to be a Brentford throw there. Norgard just winning it against Ivan Sunjic. 0-0. Let me know if you want a time sync. I'm going to do it anyway. I'll do it at 3 minutes because I want to get all of your comments read out as we go. Launched forward there by Blues. It's going to go through to David Raya. If you want to sync up with me, if you're watching on iFollow, we're going to be at 3 minutes in. 3, 2, 1, sync. As ever, I have paid my £10 for iFollow. If you do fancy helping to support with my expenses here to do all of this, do get involved via Super Chat. I'll be eternally grateful. Here come Brentford now. Buemo into the channel. That's poor. Tony was in the middle. He tried to play it early. Could have driven into the box there, Brian Mbeumo. And now a quick transition, and Hogan's got it. He's held it up, though. Hogan plays back into midfield. Roberts steps out from centre half. Here's McGree into Pedersen. Switch of play. Birmingham keeping the ball. Couple of quick balls into the channel there, and things looked a little bit open up there. Evening to Alistair, Leeds 2021. Iain, Oliver, depressed Cardiff fan. Not surprised after that 5-0 against Wednesday back at the only yesterday, wasn't it? Another one into the channel, and Mbeumo's got behind Roberts again. And Mbeumo better cross this time. Tony pulls it down. Good cover by Dean. Tony gives Mbeumo the thumbs up there. Far better from Brian Mbeumo. Evening to Noel. Come on, you blue boys. Not holding much hope. Said that against Reading and Swans. Yeah, fair point. Anything tonight would be a massive bonus. Evening to Mr. E as well. John Frusciante, Norwich 2000. Martin, Noah. We'll talk about the embargo. We'll get a break at halftime in the Norwich game, won't we? So remind me to talk about that later. Corner, Brentford, 4:53 on the clock. It's from the right-hand side. He's not in shot. I'm guessing Mbeumo's going to take this one. Janssen forward, Pinnock forward, Tony and Sorensen all in a little square in the middle of the box. Here comes Brian Mbeumo. Corner goes in. Pinnock wins the second header. It's gone loose. Norgard, touch on, touch back. Oh, chance for Mathias Jensen. Fell to him on the left foot. Decent opening. Skies it over the crossbar. Would have wanted it on the right. Pinnock it was who headed it down. It's a really good touch by Pontus Janssen, actually, just to set it up for Jensen. Poor finish by Matt Jensen. Far and away the best chance of the game there. About 14 yards out. Jensen puts that over the top. Jay feeling confident, 2-1 Blues. Evening to Carl. John, evening all. McGree for Seddon. Not sure if Bowyer having him at left wing back on midfield. Diamond, last chance for Brentford. Can we take advantage, etc.? We've got a super chat here. Russ, let me scroll all the way down. Thank you very, very much, sir. Up the mighty nudge. Huge chance today to make the gap bigger. Treat yourself to a glass of wine. Thank you. I have one, but I'll treat myself to me I follow. So thank you very, very much, Russ. Very, very kind. Brilliant stuff. Right. Try and get a few more comments done. They've gone early to Mbeumo a few times down the left-hand side. Maybe some sense that needed to be a little bit more expedient in attacking. A little bit ponderous at times, Brentford at Huddersfield. Not tonight so far. Here's Canos. Ruslev crossing position. Charge down. Throw in Brentford. Sometimes these go in the box. We got another super chat. Legend QPR forever. Thank you so much. And there you go. There's me. I follow money. Thank you guys. So kind. Very, very good of you. And Russ, yes, you are the king of the bin. And QPR forever is going to be the sponsor of Pedant Corner as well. So yes, you two guys can have executive privileges. He wants bits straight. Get him in the bin. Foul there on Jutkiewicz by Janssen. That's a good old championship battle, that, isn't it? Janssen and Jutkiewicz. Classic. Right, let's try and read out a few more comments because there's absolutely tons of them come in. What else have we got? Plucky Chicken. Brentford have got this tonight. Evening to James. He normally watches the Merseyside team. So you're watching Liverpool, Madrid, James. Even with his Everton badge on there. Noah, Norwich and draw. Sam says 1-1 and 1-2. Man City, Liverpool, Norwich win and Brentford draw. There you go. Brentford and Norwich. Birmingham and Norwich. Huddersfield 1-0. Barnsley 2-0. You mean Brentford 2-0? Brentford 2-1, Norwich 3-0. Lots of predictions in here. Danny, McGree is exciting. Brentford are frustrated. They aren't playing Fosu. Yeah, Beast fans do like Fosu, don't they? Guys, if you put a comment in, there's loads and loads of them. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. And we're going to move on from there. So there we go. Welcome, Bits. He's come out of hiding. He has indeed. Pedant's Corner, Cameron, is a new little bit of real estate I've brought. We'll get a little theme tune for it. But there is Pedant Corner, mainly for people that correct my pronunciation. So they can go in Pedant Corner. Here come Birmingham. McGree to Pedersen. Good feet. Knocked back into Dean, who saw the headlines then. Shot from outside the box. Over the top it went. I'm not getting involved. That's all I can say. Thank you guys for helping me out. Shout out to Ipswich on free delivery for the MK Pro. Are you collecting, Liam? Good work. Good of you to say. Loads of space now for Ruslev, who's in a crossing position. Ruslev puts that in low. Blues clearance hits a Bees player, and here's Canos. Canos on the right crosses in. Tony kind of gets a head on it, but Harley Dean is touched tight, and the ball just kind of bobbles through for Etheridge in goal for Blues. What do I think about Neville and Carragher not having Jadon Sancho? It's a really good discussion, Samuel, I thought. I've watched that today while I was doing a bit of prep for me review stream earlier. Had it on in the background. Really good chat. And I was quite pleased that a lot of the stuff I said in my video about, look, you can't just stick Foden, Grealish, Mount, Sancho, Sterling, Kane. Can't just throw them all in. You need the balance. A lot of the things I tried to say, they said the same. So I was kind of pleased with that. Renewing my Patreon, Ben, back at work. Don't you worry, Charlie. I think you've had more important things to worry than our Patreon over here. Great to have you back on here, though. Charlie, hope you're feeling well. Free kick, Birmingham, floated into the back post. Pinnock gets a head on it. Norgard clears. Sunic plays that to McGree, who goes down the line. Dean, Pedersen, good football by Birmingham. Can McGree get a crossover? They've doubled up on him, Ruslev and Norgard. Norgard giving Ruslev a bit more protection than he got early in the Huddersfield game. Fair enough. Good to see you, Charlie, up the ding. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a bit of a non-story. We can do a video on that tomorrow if it keeps gaining traction, Noel. But I think, yeah, it's all a bit silly. Seems like a administrative bodge, and the EFL swinging there, you know what. They won't be embargoed when the window opens. Put it that way. Evening to James. Excited for tonight. I bet he is. Feels like a nice evening for James and Norwich at home to Huddersfield. Should be a good matchup for Norwich, that one. Uh, 12:27 on the clock. 0-0 here. First of two games that we're covering. Nice ball out by Mbeumo to Sørensen. Sørensen loops it in, headed out by McGree. Clipped in there by Canos. Nice ball and nodded out for a corner. I think it was John's point there that McGree does look very much sort of shadowing Pedersen just in front of him. We check the heat map when they've got enough info on SofaScore, but yeah, he may be deep. It may just be a classic. Look, let's get 7 behind the ball, and if we can get Halilovic and Jukovic and Hogan on the ball in good positions. Corner from Mbuemo. Flicked out by Roberts. Here's Norgard. Yanel chips it in. It looked like Tony was pushing then. Nothing given. Chested on by Roslev. And here comes the break. And Hogan is onside in the left channel. Looked like it was touch and go there. Hogan, good feet by him. Oh, Hogan drifts that cross. Oh, what a chance. And how has that stayed out? Oh, I don't believe it. Birmingham must have been goal line technology away from scoring then. That's either a brilliant save by Raya or a pretty big miss. It was a real quick counter and Hogan was on his own going down the left. The cross goes in to the back post. I'm assuming it was Jukovic. And the angled shot, I don't know whether it came off Raya or came off the post. But Birmingham just go mighty close to taking the lead there. Let's have a look here. So it's Hogan. It's definitely not Jukovic. He's miles behind the play. Hogan across the box. And it hits the post, in fact. Gary Gardner. What a chance for Birmingham in this one. Oh, just hits the post there. He can only be 5 or 6 yards out there. Unbelievable. Unlucky, Birmingham there. Big chance. Birmingham hits the post on 13 minutes there. Pinnock to Sørensen. Back to Pinnock. Unbelievable. Big chance. Big chance. Here's Halilovic. Oh, lovely nutmeg by Halilovic on Yanel. Halilovic drives forward. Good tackle in the end by Sørensen. And it's knocked back to Roberts. Roberts goes all the way home. Goodness me. Sam, that's exactly what I expect from Birmingham. Brentford are going to have the majority of attacks, but I feel like Birmingham can win from these occasional counters and corners. It was a decent chance. I've seen comments about YouTube adverts. If you know anything about YouTube, you basically click monetize or not. I have no control over A, what is advertised, and B, how long the advert is. Hopefully, you won't begrudge me the chance to earn a little bit of ad revenue given the amount of time we put into this. So, not guilty, Your Honour. I want to see the live league table, but we don't have 50 likes yet. Get those likes in. We could go to the live league table, but not a lot happening yet. Extra point for Brentford and Birmingham so far. Knocked forward looking for Tony. I think he was offside, so he just leaves it. Pedersen clears out. Knocked back. Oh, Etheridge. Poor kick by Blues keeper there. Jensen to Roslev, who looks a little bit more comfortable tonight. Here is Pinnock. Knocks it back to Raya into Sørensen. Good press by Birmingham. And again, they've played the channel quite early there. It does seem a little bit of a, well, fairly un-Brentford-like, actually. The odd direct ball through there. Here comes Tony now. Tony continues. Plays it to Canos. Jensen. Roslev overlap. Jensen, he just runs into trouble there with Sunjic, who takes it off him. Norgard wins it back, and Tony is fouled by Sunjic there. Free kick to Brentford. Right on the edge of the box. 0-0. Big chance for Birmingham, though, about 13 minutes in. Gary Gardner hits the post on a quick counter attack. There you go. 50 likes. Thank you, guys. Yes, of course, Charlie. Watford Reading would not miss it. Looking forward to that one. So here comes the free kick. Who's the referee tonight? I normally know these fees. Referee Whitestone. Tonight, we've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone. Right. Birmingham have a 5-man wall, and looks like Max Collins going to lay down behind it. Ivan Toney's just checking that he's onside. Obviously, he's going to stand in line with the guy laying down, which makes all the sense in the world. And Buemo there with the left foot, Jensen with the right foot. Taking an age to do this. Brentford have put their own little wall up in front of the Birmingham wall. Let's see who takes this. Here comes Buemo into the wall. What an anti-climax that was. And it's back with Pinnock. Good ball by Pinnock. Out to Ruslev on the right wing. Can he get a crossover? Stood up by Sunjic. Beats him, actually. Ruslev crossed in. Little flick. Janelt on the back post. Janelt goes down. No foul. Janelt tries to work his way through. Good defending there. It's going to fall to Canos, is it? And a last-ditch clearance there. I failed to see who that was by, but a little bit of pressure there for Birmingham. Guns N' Roses there. Lovely stuff. Do you get more money if we watch the whole advert? Do you know, I've got no idea. I literally just press monetize and hope it collects some. Jensen crosses in from the right. Easy catch into his midriff from Etheridge. 20 minutes gone. 0-0. Birmingham hitting the post on 13. We will go to the live league table because we haven't been there yet, have we? So if everything stays the same, which it won't because Norwich and Huddersfield are playing, but as it pertains to Brentford and Watford, be a 9-point gap if Brentford were to draw, and it would be a fourth game without a win. For Brentford, they'd go to 42 from 40, which I'm sure they wouldn't be too unhappy with the Bees. Throwing to Buemo. Roberts gets in there and makes the clearance. Nice clip away by Roberts. Down the right, they came with Halilovic, and he wins a throw-in. I was having live league table withdrawal symptoms. We are going to put that. We are going to put that on a t-shirt, aren't we? All hail the live league table. It's good. I like the live league table. It makes me happy. Colin down the right, and Buemo wins it off him. Robert slides it inside. Sunjic touches it on, but Norgard clears. A nice early ball out, though, to McGree, inside left. McGree into Jukovic. Jukovic goes down in the box. Him and Jansen just kind of flollop into each other. One back by Sunjic off Canos. And here's McGree down the left. Crosses in, headed away by Jansen. And Ruslev completes the clearance. A good bit of territory here for Birmingham. Brentford can't get the ball at the moment. Dean to Roberts. Turned over there. And finally, Brentford win it back. Janelt to Buemo. Roberts lets him know he's there. Slams into the tackle there. Firm but fair, I think we'll say. 22:50 on the clock now. Yeah, they did kind of flollop, didn't they? McGree heads down. And Birmingham just on top in this sort of 2-3 minutes here. They've got Brentford hemmed in. They can't get out. Big switch of play there. Down the right-hand side here is Colin. Nice and high. If you're a Birmingham fan, you'd be pleased with Colin and Pedersen trying to get up the pitch. And it's a throw-in for Blues, which Mark Roberts is going to launch into the box. Scott Hogan is trying to find some space. Pedersen is up. Let's see if he can get a good delivery from the throw. In it goes. Pinnock, huge jump, heads it away. Back in. Yanel heads the next one away. McGree picks it back up into the channel for Dean. And they've won another one. And I would say now, certainly for a good 3-4 minutes now, Birmingham have been hemming Brentford into their own half. Here comes the throw. Harley Dean's going to launch this one in, which will allow Roberts himself to get into the box. Headed out again by Pinnock. Good aerial job by him. And Tony has been absolutely cleared out there by Ivan Sunjic. S-Housery alert there. He knew what he was doing, and Tony draws the foul. Sunjic stops the counter-attack. And Brentford will hope to just get up the pitch now and out of their half, frankly. Norgard, Sorensen. Sorensen just steps inside from left back. Horrible bobble there, considering this pitch wasn't laid that long ago. Canos, Ruslev, ooh, tried the give and go. Pedersen stretched out a long leg there and managed to block that one out. Pinnock, Sorensen. Sorensen comes up over halfway and drops it back into Pinnock. Pinnock to Yanelt. Bit of space for Yanelt. And here's Canos. Canos, lovely looking cross there. It's gone all the way over to the back. And Buemo's going to recycle. And Buemo on the left wing. Stands up Colin. Shows him his right foot. Oh, good cross by Buemo. All the way over it goes. And Ruslev was arriving. Couldn't quite get there. Have we got to open the fake news sin bin? I think we'd better. The score is 0-0 and in goes Chris. And Russ has the sponsorship tonight of the fake news sin bin. We are open for business. Pedant Corner is also open for business if anyone wants to be a pedant, frankly. This is a pedant-free zone. Oh, his bit's gone. See you later, bits. Where is it? Okay, catch you later, buddy. Enjoy your evening, my friend. Norgard given away. Pedersen. Dean. Dean plays the channel, but it's going to be easy for Janssen. Janssen back to Raya. Call from Raya finds Norgard. Brentford not quite clicking yet. Birmingham well in this, and they've had the best chance of the game. Here's Yanel again coming over halfway. Jensen. Jensen out to Sorensen. And Buemo. Roberts is getting really tight on Buemo and following him quite far out from centre back. Obviously been told by Lee Bowyer, get on his touch. Thanks, James. Sponsorship is open for Pedant Corner if anyone wants to take it. In it goes to the front looking for Jutkovic. He's not managed to assert his physicality yet. The biggest opening was Hogan running in behind, actually. Oh, now here's a chance. Canos. Canos is clear. 1v1. Canos dinks it. Oh, what a miss. Should have scored. Sergi Canos was clear, absolutely clear there. He tries to dink it over the keeper. He has to score there, Canos. Etheridge comes out, narrows the angle a bit, but Canos tries to dink it and just drags it, and the ball just drifts wide. Huge chance for Brentford there, and they can't take it. So we've had Birmingham hitting the post about 13 in. Canos should score there and give them the lead on 28. Big chance for both teams, not taken. Canos in and behind should have scored. Here comes Hogan up the other end. He's in the box. Hogan plays it out to McGree. McGree crosses, headed away by Rascal as far as Sunjic. Sunjic, they've kept it recycled. Gardner to Dean. Good play by Dean out to Colin and Gardner. Good football by Birmingham, and Christian Norgard takes man and ball, and it's a throw-in to Birmingham, and they're going to keep the pressure on with these Birmingham, aren't they? And they're going to stick them all in the box, give Brentford something to think about. It slows the game down a little bit as well. It remains 0-0. However, big chance for Sergi Canos there, and Gary Gardner also hit the post earlier in the game. In comes the long throw, headed goalwards by Jutkovic. First thing he's won in the air in the box, but facing away from goal. And actually, it might have been a better chance than I thought it was, but he can't direct it goalwards. Just manages to shake off Sorensen there, but couldn't get the header on target. David Raya has the ball for Brentford. He's going to go long, I think. He's taking his sweet time, and in the end just knocks it into Matthias Jensen, who gives it straight back to him. Goes out to Pinnock. Pinnock to Janelt. Janelt into the channel. That's a good ball by Janelt. Rascal chases. Can he cross early? Yes, he can. The cross bounces. Really good cover there. I think it might have been Gardner. Just chases back in from midfield. Control on the thigh and then booted it clear. Brentford, here we go again. Norgard and Jansen exchange passes. And Pinnock has it at the back. Pinnock out to Sorensen. Pinnock. Pinnock out to Norgard and back again. Brentford knocking it about, but Birmingham sitting in shape here. And Buemo up in the corner does well there, actually. They played the diagonal, but Jensen's given it away. Oh, so is Colin there. Poor ball. Oh, and Buemo there snatched at that cross, and Tony was in the 6-yard box. If he could just drop it in on the near post, Tony would have had chance for sort of a near post glance there, but and Buemo gets too much on it. Here's Canos, who had that big, huge chance on 13 for Brentford. 32-25 gone. I need a Pepsi. I need a dollar. Oh, I can't reach. If I put my back out doing this. There we go. Lovely. Cheers, everyone. It's been a great Easter weekend. See if we get some more drama tonight. A good time on the Saturday Super Stream. And Buemo tries to play across to Canos early. Thomas Frank not happy with that one. Hit over Canos's head and turned over to Birmingham, who'll probably be happy enough with with this. Other than letting Canos in for that chance, they've been reasonably comfortable. Pedersen throws in. Jutkiewicz wrestling there. Pedersen clips it down the line. Jutkiewicz again tries to play it over the defence to Hogan. Brother. And too much on it. And Raya throws it back in. Mr. Brexit, reckon Derby will go down, Ben? No, I don't think they will. I think they're going to be okay. Norgard. Now here comes Tony. Tony, edge of the box, drives the shot. Good save by Etheridge. Tony elects not to drive on in and try and win a penalty or generate a 1v1. Hits the shot from the edge of the box. Gets it on target. Pretty fierce drive. It's a good shot, actually. And Etheridge makes the save to his right. Oh, Canos, good feet there. Canos crosses to the back post and Buemo heads down, falls to Yanel. Tony was in there. That was Buemo's target. Brentford looking dangerous here. Jensen, Norgard. Norgard on the left wing beats Sunjic. Sunjic is appealing for the throw. Not given. And Buemo. Jensen, the Birmingham player, stopped there. Jensen hits the shot straight at Etheridge in goal. Brentford just turning the heat up a little bit the last few minutes. Looked a little bit better. It's been a little frustrating run for Brentford 5 minutes before Birmingham had them hemmed in for a good while. Sunjic heads on to Hogan. Looked like a handball by Scott Hogan there. Brother. And it was. Jensen's trying to take the free kick about 5 meters away from where it should have been. Pinnock. Pinnock goes back to Raya. Raya out to the right wing, helped on by Ruslev, but there is nobody there. Do I know who Sierralta is? I don't want to go in pedant corner myself, but it's not spelled like that. But of course I do. I bet I've seen him play in the flesh more times than you have as well. Liam, the doom and gloom wears off me shortly after the final whistle. But Ben, do you think with the players available, Swans can turn it around? Yeah, I mean, they could turn it around, but it's going to be quite the turn now after 4. Just need to get back confident and start to put together some kind of unbeaten run. Sunjic. Switch of play. Colin. Colin plays it back inside. Halilovic, who's come pretty deep here, considering he's supposed to be playing 10. Here's Pedersen. Pedersen closed down by Janelt. And both sides back. Both sides kind of concentrating on stopping the other at the moment. McGree tries to cross it. Ooh, fumble by David Raya there. Should have caught that easy and just drops it over the line. And a needless corner conceded by Brentford. Fans always remember these ones where the keeper fumbles it out for the corner, especially if someone then goes and scores from it. So the corner is going to come in from the left-hand side. I'm assuming Halilovic will take it. Outswinger left-footed by the Croat. Big climb by Roberts there. God, that looked like could have been a painful one. Hopefully Roberts is okay there. Him and Janssen, yeah, I think he got his hands in the way as he fell down there, Roberts. Yeah, didn't land too uncomfortably, and he's back up on his feet. Raya up to Tony, who chests it down. Tony has fouled Pedersen, says referee Whitestone. $39.09 on the clock. 0-0. Norwich and Huddersfield kick off in about 5 minutes. Morecambe 1, Southend 1 in League 2. Free kick to Birmingham. It's inside their own half, but it's going to be lumped forward. As I said, Bowyer's made it nice and straightforward. Few risks. Try and hurt the opponents. And I think Sorensen's conceded the corner there, has he? No, he's done well to keep it in, actually. But they have conceded a throw. And we know what that means with Birmingham. Mark Roberts or Harley Dean is going to be up and tossing this one into the box. Pedersen's in there. He's a good aerial threat. Jutkovic has been doing it years, hasn't he? And Dean as well. Some tall players to aim for. But doesn't get it past Brian Buemo. Heads it away. Sunjic there was the last man. Tony closed him down, but Sunjic cleared it. Halilovic. Nice switch of play by Gardner to McGree, who chests down. Canos closes him down. McGree to Dean, who goes back into Pedersen, who's just covering, switch of positions from those two. And Colin goes diagonal. And Jutkovic wins the header on. Here is Hogan. Hogan back to goal. He's driven away by Pinnock. McGree, oh, good block there. First good service into Jutkovic in the air and dominant there. Here's Hogan left wing now. Hogan tries to take on Röslev. Good cross by Hogan, headed away by Norgard. Gardner left wing. Held up here with Canos. Gardner's trying to beat him. He's not got it in the locker. And Canos does really well, actually. Takes it off him. Kicks it against him and wins the goal kick for Brentford. Still pretty evenly matched, this one. Noel, Ben, you saw Blues under Karanka and now under Bowyer. What would you say has changed, considering we would be 2 or 3 down? Well, I talked a lot about the simplicity, Noel, the risk-taking. There's obviously a better atmosphere about the place, and we never know what that psychology is. And I suppose 2 up top, simplistic, not patronising the tactics, but he had very little time, and they're just making the most of what they've got at the moment, which they seemed very passive under Bowyer, which they hadn't done, although you would probably know better than I about that, Noel. But they look a threat in this game. Gardner could well have given them the lead. It's a corner to Brentford, though, by the way, here. 42-18 on the clock. Here comes Janssen and Pinnock. Tony, of course, is in there. Norgard. Sorensen, the left-back's a big fella as well. And Buemo corner, right-hand side. And Buemo, in it goes. Has Tony fouled his man? Yes, he has. Tony penalised for a foul on Big Jutkovic. A brick outhouse, as my father said. Keep those likes coming. There we go. Thanks, Russ. Cheerleading there for the likes in the chat. Brilliant stuff. Corberon and Farker just greeting each other there. Norwich and Huddersfield about to get going. We're just coming up half-time on here. 43-32. Brentford 0, Birmingham 0. And Pinnock shepherds that one out. Goal kick, Brentford. Probably the last sort of attacking phase, given how carefully Brentford build these up of the half. Shouldn't expect we'll get much in the way of stoppage time. Players taking the knee at Norwich. We'll switch straight over to that one through half-time in this one. Here's Pinnock. Pinnock to Janssen. Norgard. Back to Pinnock, 44-20. They are taking their sweet time here. Brentford have given the ball away, actually. And it's looking very much like no goals in the first half. Off and running, Norwich versus Huddersfield. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Thank you, guys. 15,000 subs. A great weekend for us over here. Tell your friends and subscribe if you haven't already on YouTube. Keep that number growing. Headed away by Pinnock. Sorensen completes the clearance. Throw in for Birmingham. We are into first half stoppage time, and there will literally not be any. It is half time. Brentford 0, Birmingham 0. Good chance for Birmingham on 13 hitting the post. Best chance for Brentford. Sergi Canos was clear. Tried to dink it over Neil Etheridge. And he put it wide. Let's have a look at the numbers quickly, and then we'll get into Huddersfield and Norwich. The underlying numbers would have you believe that Brentford are fairly dominant in this, but the eye test doesn't really say that, to be quite honest. 6 shots, 2 on target for Brentford. However, obviously hitting the post doesn't count as a shot on target. You can see SofaScore puts it up as hit woodwork. I've felt that Birmingham have been competitive in this, and sometimes the underlying numbers can push you in a direction that isn't wholly representative of what you're seeing. It's a pretty tight game from where I'm looking. And if it was 1-1, I don't think either set of supporters, players, managers, etc., would complain too much. And of course, supporters complain. They always complain, don't they? But there you go. Right. Let's have a look at Norwich and Huddersfield then. There are your teams in this one. Let me just change my banner really quickly. Norwich 0, Huddersfield 0. What should we put in here as well? Watch along. Oh, the pressure. I can't spell. Live. Boof. Right. Let's rattle through this then. Krull in goal for Norwich. They're pretty much back to full strength other than the centre-back positions, aren't they? Krull, Aarons. Oh, here we go. Omar Bamidele, Hanley, Janulis, McLean, Skip, Cantwell, Dowell, Buendia, and Pookie. For Huddersfield, Pereira, Dehaney, Keogh, Stearman, Sarr, Hogg and Benza, Holmes, Bakuna, O'Brien, and Ward. Here comes Max Aarons down the right for Norwich, and he has won a corner off Lewis O'Brien, who was on the score sheets. As things stand, we'll just quickly give you the table. Carlisle 1, Scunthorpe 0. Norwich will move on to 85 with a draw, 87 with a win. Huddersfield 44, 46, draw, win, obviously 43 if they are defeated. In goes the corner. I think they're going to win another one there. Get your comments in on the first half of Brentford versus Birmingham. We'll give you a time sync on 5 minutes for this one, JN boys. When do you get a YouTube frame thing? Look behind me. My missus will make me one. I think you need 100,000, don't you, for a YouTube frame thing? But there we go. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Leeds 2021. Evenish half. Brentford should be ahead with the Canos chance. I think we're all caught up here. Right, goal kick for Huddersfield. On my iPad up there, I'm trying to be sold new man, erectile dysfunction. Don't let erectile dysfunction ruin your life. Why are they targeting me? Don't answer that one. What are you saying there, Chris? Brentford look the better team to me, but I like the way Bowyer has got Birmingham playing. To the left, Canos has to score. Yes, he does. Much better opportunity than Brums, which was a tight angle. Well said, Chris. Here's Cantwell. Good position here for Norwich. Good feet as ever by Cantwell. And here is the Championship Michael Jordan, Emmy Buendia, and he gives the ball away. Write that down. Write that down. 7:52, 6th of April. He'll probably wrap one in the top corner now. Birmingham looking good today. Do you think they'll end up going down? They look like they can win games now, don't they? Couple more wins for Birmingham. Be 48, won it? 49? No, 47. Pass. Recent Brentford form makes me believe Barnsley will win the playoffs, says Liam. Aaron's Norwich right centre-back, whose name I can't pronounce. Dowell, Campbell, Aaron's just slips over and cannot keep that in. Carlisle 2, Scunthorpe 0. Yeah, right. Amen to that. What do we think of the Elise goal versus Derby? Great goal. Not even the best in the game, though, was it, Charlie? Tom Lawrence spanked one in from way, way out, didn't he? Hanley plays it back to Krull. And here is, let me have another go. The Norwich right centre-back, Andrew Omabamidele. Janulis. Cantwell. Janulis is in behind. Janulis into the box. Huge chance. Really good block there by Keogh. Norwich completely opening Huddersfield up there. Janulis in behind. Here's Cantwell again. Cantwell does well. Pookie's going to score, and it's 1-0 to Norwich. They had a big chance just before Janulis. Cantwell actually worked both of those chances down the left wing. Janulis went in on the left foot. He hit the shot first. It's a really good block by Janulis, but then it's really good from Cantwell. Beats two. In fact, that's a superb assist from Cantwell. Not great goalkeeping, I have to say. Pookie hits the shot first time. And let me have another look at that. Excellent from Cantwell. Yeah. Who's the keeper? Is that Pereira? Yeah, he kind of gets a hand on it and then it hits him in the head and goes in. Yeah, full credit to Cantwell. He opens them up and Norwich have the lead. Norwich 1, Huddersfield 0 early on in this one. That does not bode well for the Terriers, who tend to play fairly open. But if we have a goal, there's only one place we should be going. And that is, of course, the live league table. And Norwich are currently heading for a 17-point lead. If you do your maths pretty quickly, they would be promoted with 5 games to go, obviously, with a 17-point lead. Remember, Brentford's game in hand doesn't occur for a fair while. It's against Rotherham, but Norwich are getting down to brass tacks as it pertains to promotion. It's next game, and then it's going to be the next game, and then it's going to be the next game. Getting very close now. Norwich 87 is a fantastic total, and they lead in this one early on. We'll head back to Brentford after half-time. A well-timed goal for us there. Pookie is one of those too good for Championship players, not good enough for the Prem. Oh, God. You just triggered every Norwich fan in the world there, Marco. Marco's words, not mine. How many goals is Pookie on? What has he got? 20? I can look that up, actually. 23, Pookie? 22, 23? Let me have a look. Yeah, that will be 23 for the season by Pookie. Excellent effort from him, as ever. A bona fide Championship goal machine. I think it would be no stretch to say. Here's Buendia and Pookie again. Cantwell, who did really great work for that goal. Lovely turn by Cantwell. He's a good player to watch, isn't he? Confident boy. Here's Aaron's. Aaron's against O'Brien. It's Norwich are totally dominant here. Buendia, Cantwell, who's really at it. And Cantwell fouled, is he? No. Keogh leaving him off the ball. Played it straight back to Skip, though. Skip to Dowell and Janulis. Bamadelli, Aaron's back to the Norwich number 44 playing right centre back. If I could choose a Watford player to go to the Prem, who would it be? Ismail Assar. Here is Skip. Who invented the skip? Hanley. Cantwell, who's playing beautifully, actually. Here's Dowell coming deep. Great rotation by Norwich as ever. McLean and Bakuna slides in. Clipped over the top and all the way through to Pereira in the goal. Pookie just doesn't get the same amount of chances in the Prem. Doesn't make him not good enough for that level. No, it's I think I agree. Ooh, Huddersfield trying to play out then. Hogg, I think, drew a foul. Ismail Assar hasn't been our best player. Good, but not standout. I was asked which one would I take. I'm going to take Sarr. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We are just awaiting the second half at Brentford. Holmes double teamed there. Buendia shepherds that out and wins the throw-in. Aaron's. Let's have another go at this. Bamadelli. O'Brien. And Huddersfield getting up the pitch there. Ward now. O'Brien down the left-hand side. O'Brien waiting for support. Does well. Nice cross by O'Brien. Looking for Mbenza. Norwich have won it back, though. And it's going to trickle out of play for a Norwich goal kick. Just going to have a look. You see this Sergi Canos chance here. Pedersen slipped initially in the Brentford game. He has to score that, doesn't he? That would have made such a difference there. Just seeing the Pookie goal again. Keeper's just got his shape wrong there. He needs to be more face on there. He's kind of angled towards the goal, which means when he does get the hit off his hand, he gets the deflection into his own net. Yeah, keep an eye on Manchester City if you're watching that. Omar Bamidele is certainly one of those names you need to repeat. I'm going to struggle, Stan. He won't be in the team once Gibson and Zimmerman. Well, he might be in the team for the rest of the season, though, mightn't he? Are we doing Norwich again? Probably will, won't we? Pereira clears. Holmes. And I'm going to use Stan's comment to read there. Omar Bamidele wins it, does well actually, and plays it to Aarons, who clears up the line. Let me know if you're watching Champions League. I've got Liverpool and Madrid up the top there. Where on earth are Madrid playing? Is this like their training ground or something? Unbelievable. I think that should have been a corner, shouldn't it? I think they thought Bacuna had hit the shot then. I must admit, I was looking at the corner of my eye. Skip to Giannoulis, who had that chance before Pukki scored. And Bacuna is pulled back by Kieran Dowell. Madrid B team stadium. Yeah, I saw it said Di Stefano on it, Russ. The B teams play in the lower leagues, don't they, in Spain? Free kick to Huddersfield. I think they're going to take the chance to stick this in the box. Hanley is holding the line as high as he can. In the words of Toto, hold the line. Love isn't always on time. That's Partridge, wasn't it? In goes the free kick. Krull could have caught that. Punches it. Bacuna heads back down. Keogh tries to poke it back through for Sarr, but Sarr had gone back and gotten onside. And McLean in the left-back position. Nice little turn by him. Lovely ball by McLean around the corner there with the right foot. Expect to see McLean in the Euros against England. And, Norwich worked that quite nicely, but just a bit short for Aarons and O'Brien, who's a proper Duracell bunny of a player, gets there ahead of Aarons and gets that clear. Right. We are on double time now, guys. So I've got Norwich Huddersfield here, and I've got Brentford and Birmingham here. They're not quite ready yet. Brentford players are out, not out. Birmingham players are. We'll keep a little eye on Norwich and Huddersfield a little bit more. Krull has it in the box. He clears long. Easy for Keogh against Pukki in the air. And McLean uses the ball well. Lovely first-time ball by Buendia. Dowell to Omar Bamidele. Down, 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 down. Actually, it's quite an interesting intro, that. I had to do that in a gig once. You need to be quite dexterous with your right hand there. Less said about that, the better. Here's Cantwell, Pukki, Buendia. Oh, lovely feet. Right foot to left foot shift. Back heel by Buendia, switches the play. Aarons. Skip, Cantwell. Oh, lovely skill by Pukki. Pukki's in behind. Pukki crosses out to Cantwell, edge of the box. Cantwell dummies. Plays it back into Pukki, who looked offside. Buendia swipes it away. It's a lovely first touch by Pukki there. Should have been 2-0 to Norwich, but Pukki doesn't take the first chance. Beautiful take by the Finland striker there. He chooses to pass there, where we've seen him score from those angles before. Right. I'm going to leave Norwich mauling Huddersfield and going to look over here, and we're going to focus a bit more on Brentford Birmingham, because obviously we've got the whole second half unopposed here of Norwich and Huddersfield. So we're going to focus on Brentford and Birmingham for the time being, where it is 0-0. We're into the second half. And there's just been a penalty appeal, which I got half a look at. Rascal on the back post. Sorensen crossed it. Rascal went down. Looked something and nothing. But, yeah, I did just catch it at the last minute, I have to say. Oh, God, Pookie's in again. And Pookie has scored. It's 2-0 to Norwich. I will just take a look over there. Norwich are absolutely decimating Huddersfield here. 19 minutes gone. Pookie's on a very early hat-trick here. 2 goals already. I must admit, I just looked away and he was just running through and put it in. He didn't cross it that time. So Buendia to Aarons. Of course, it's going to be Buendia. Oh, lovely pass. Into the channel. Pookie touch. And I think that gets a deflection off Stearman. Have a close look at that one. Let's have a good look. Yes, I think he's trying to go far post there, Pookie. And it comes off Stearman, who's sliding in. Yes, it does, and goes in off the post. So it's a great ball by Buendia. Little clip off Richard Stearman, but I suppose the pass made the goal. Didn't it? And it's Norwich 2, Huddersfield 0. Right, I'm properly going back over here now. I promise. Let me just change the couple of banners we've got going here. Norwich threatening to rack up a cricket score in this one. They are 2-0 up already. And I've watched about 0 seconds of Brentford Birmingham in this second half. So I must listen to my own advice and look over here. Right, here we go. And here come Birmingham with Sunjic. Oh, Sunjic tried to slip that through to McGree, who was in if Sunjic had completed the pass. Ifs, buts and maybes. Christian Pedersen then makes the foul. I wonder if he's going to get a booking for that from referee Whitestone. Canos is not very happy about it. Sorensen is down for Brentford. What happened there? Oh. He got a boot in the nether regions from Max Collin there. But he's up and continuing, Sorensen. So we are 48-59 at Brentford. We are 22-29 at Norwich. Excuse me. I think Mark Roberts is about to try and break the world record for throw-ins. That is a massive throw-in by Roberts. Jesus Christ. Headed away by Pinnock. Helped back into the edge of the box, and Halilovic. I think he was trying to cross it, deflected. McGree, surely he's going to get a yellow card for that. Canos took it off him. Oh, Jesus. Norwich have gone 3-0 up. Let me have a look over here. Norwich are 3 up in 23 minutes. Buendia has scored for Norwich. They are absolutely hammering Huddersfield. Let me just see the replay. Buendia has scored. Pookie to Buendia. Outside the box. Brilliant finish. Absolutely brilliant finish. Curls it, swinging away from the keeper, in off the post. And Norwich are 3. That's a great goal. 3-0 up and absolutely battering Huddersfield. By the way, if that guy who was trying to get my attention by correcting stuff and trying to be a pen, I've blocked him now. It's just getting boring, wasn't it? So... he's gone. 3-0 Norwich, and in the box again, actually. Cricket score incoming, I think. Stop. They're already dead. Yeah. Absolument. Here's Canos. Edge of the box is Yanel. Tony switches the play outside. Crossed in by Jensen, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. Brentford certainly making harder work of Birmingham than Norwich are of Huddersfield. We said a few weeks ago this is the kind of matchup for Norwich, isn't it? Huddersfield are one that won't sit back and play a low block against them, and they don't have as good of players as Norwich do. And yeah, hate to say I told you so. Well won by Colin off Mbeumo. Really good play, actually. And Colin drives up to halfway, give and go with Jutkovic. Switch of play. Out it goes to Pedersen. Pedersen to Gardner. And Gardner to Halilovic off the right-hand side. Halilovic to Pedersen. And back into Dean and Roberts. Birmingham keeping the ball quite nicely. They've gone long and direct there into Jutkovic, cleared by Brentford. Norwich flooding forward on the other screen. Aaron's cross is left-footed. That's easy for Pereira. And here's a chance for Brian Mbeumo, but Etheridge comes sliding out and just gets there first. Good goalkeeping there. Canos poked it through. Good play by him. And yeah, nice and alert there was Neil Etheridge. Big boot down the ground by the Birmingham keeper, headed on by Jutkovic and Gardner. Clipped over the top for Mbeumo to chase. And Etheridge is going to go from one keeper to the other. Rudimentary stuff. Norwich 3, Huddersfield 0 on the other screen. We'll get more of that in just a second. Well, in 30, 40 minutes, we'll get another half of it. Go on, Chris. Cracking open a mixed Malibu and pineapple. Unbelievable scenes. Thomas Frank, considering his options. We've been here before, haven't we? Just a couple of days ago when we were figuring out what it was Thomas Frank was going to do. Marcondes, Fosu, Godos, Force, all on the bench. I suspect we'll see all of them probably at some point, given the 5-sub rule this season. Here's Roberts for Birmingham. Goes long. Good ball, actually. Switched out to Pedersen. Sunjic. Pedersen. Diagonal from Dean, but Hogan was... Well, he was just coming back from an offside position. .55 gone now. And you start to look at this, if you're a Brentford fan, and say, time is ticking. But here comes Tony. Tony gets behind. Good strike from the edge of the box, and Etheridge equal to it again. There's a flag up, and Norwich have gone 4-0 up. Oof. Oh, what is Todd Cantwell doing? Oh, dear. He's a very good player, Cantwell, but very cringeworthy celebration in front of an empty stadium. I think his teammates just let him get on with it. Buendia, out it went to Aaron's. Aaron's inside to Buendia, lovely turn. Knocked back to great finish by Cantwell. Let your feet do the talking, fella. Great goal. Norwich 4-0 up. Goodness me. Lovely finish. Smacked it into the top corner there. Another assist for Buendia, who's got two assists and a goal in this game already. What a player. 4-0 to Norwich after 29 minutes. Norwich are boosting up the goal difference, let's just say, and obliterating the confidence of Huddersfield here going into the remaining games as they look to just try and pull away from the bottom six. Let me update my banners. There we go. Daniel Farker looks very pensive for a manager whose team is 4-0 up inside 30 minutes. Anyway, let's get back to this one. I'll just turn around for the next 4 Norwich goals when we get back to it, yeah? 57 gone in the Brentford Birmingham game. I think this game is over. Need at least one more to make it safe. Yeah, teams often stop at 5, don't they? They're kind of, it's like professional courtesy, isn't it? But, I mean, it's literally, let me just bring up the numbers. They've only had 4 shots on target, so I suppose the finishing's just been very, very good from Norwich. But, yes. Jonathan Lecco is going to come on for Birmingham. And so is John Terrell, I think. It's going to be a double change for Blues. Free kick for Brentford there. Sunjic, who's made his fair share of fouls in this game. 4-0 up in 30 minutes, and Farker looks like he's lost a £50 note and found 10p. Indeed. Pinnock and Buemo. And, yeah, Brentford starting to look a little bit disjointed now, Brentford. Few attacks just sort of breaking down with unforced errors. Real Madrid 0, Liverpool 0, 17 minutes in the Champions League. Keep me up to date on Manchester City, who have kicked off. I think they're leading, says Leeds 2021. Manchester City have scored. Let's see if I can navigate my way across to that one on the iPad. Did I make it in time? I think I did, actually. Pedersen hoiks that one forward for Brentford. Just having a look at Man City here. That looks like De Bruyne charging forward. Foden. And knocked back. And De Bruyne sticks it into the back of the net for Manchester City. And they lead against Dortmund. Erling Haaland's Dortmund. Oh, Norwich have hit the bar. Goodness me. Buendia from a free kick there. This was for 5-0. Oh, that's unlucky. Oh, Jesus. And the snow's coming down at Norwich as the goals mount up there. Hour gone here. Corner for Brentford. Jensen kind of flights it in. Headed up in the air by Jukiewicz. and hoofed clear by Dean. Headed back in by Mbuemo. Headed away again by Dean. Mbuemo. Charged down. Brentford still coming forward. Sorensen down the left. Just held up by Colin. Sorensen crosses low and booted clear again by Birmingham. Bit of pressure there. Here's Sorensen with the throw on. Canos, Sorensen, and Colin gets that one clear. 61-30 gone at Brentford. Brentford 0, Birmingham 0. 35 minutes gone at Norwich. Norwich 4-0 up. Hit the bar as well at 4-0. Raya comes out of goal for Brentford, who need a goal. It's going to be a good night if you're a Watford fan. Good night if you're a Norwich fan as well. This gap at the moment is going to 17, is it? Let me bring the live league table up. So as things stand, I mean, give Norwich the 3 points already. They're 4-0 up. So we can pretty much guarantee that. 87. Brentford, as it stands, are going to be 17 points behind. So Norwich looking at promotion with 5 games to go. They have 6 to play. So Norwich very much closing in, especially if Brentford cannot get a win here, or worse still, for Brentford, they could see the goal in the second half to Birmingham. Here is Ruslev down the right, well marshalled there by Halilovic. Leko down the left wing, easily blocked there by Ruslev, the right back. (63:15) on the clock. Brentford 0, Birmingham 0. And 36:49 at Norwich. They are 4-0 up against Huddersfield. Big clearance by Etheridge. Pinnock heads it down. Sorensen. Mbuemo. Norgard. Oh, nice touch around the corner. Here's Mbuemo down the left wing. Mbuemo crosses in. And he's got too much on it. And it's hooked clear by McGree, who's done a pretty good job covering in front of Christian Pedersen when they're threatening down the left-hand side. Down the right-hand side, the defensive left-hand side for Brentford. 100 likes. Thank you, guys. I don't know if I get to see the totals, do I? Can't see on my screen. Ooh, down goes Canos in the box there. Nothing doing. And here come Birmingham. Well, they had the ball, but referee Whitestone gives the free kick. Jensen played it through. Yeah, there's not a lot in it at all. Dean has just kind of got his hand on the back of Canos. Goes down easily and nothing was given. Here's Leko for Birmingham on the right wing. He's got Colin coming up behind him. Terrell with him. A decent cross there, and Pinnock has to deal with. It's going to be a corner for Birmingham down the right-hand side. Big guys coming forward for Birmingham. Norwich are perpetually attacking here in the other game. Right, corner for Birmingham. Halilovic. Good delivery, but Pinnock's been pretty dominant in the air on all of those. Janssen scoops it clear and Buemo helps it on. Birmingham recycling, but given away. Canos tries to play the channel. Good header clear by Christian Pedersen. Manchester City 1, Dortmund 0. Kevin De Bruyne in the Champions League. Throw into Birmingham, and here comes a double substitution for the Bees. Marcondes and Godos are going to come on. They both featured in the game on Saturday at Huddersfield. And yeah, Brentford need a little bit of spark, don't they? 1-0 Madrid, apparently. Thanks, guys, in the chat. Let's see if we can catch that before it occurs on my iPad. Thomas Frank spouting out instructions here. Forgive me, I'm not going to know any of the Madrid players, but I'll be able to describe the goal for you. Here comes Colin down the right for Brentford. Buemo does well to win the throw-in, and there is the Madrid goal. Ball over the top, right-footed finish. And if they'll show me the back of this dude's shirt, someone junior and Liverpool are losing. I know who that is. That's Tony Kroos. I assume he played the ball through, and Norwich have gone 5-0 up on 41 minutes. Kieran Dowell has scored for Norwich, and they are having a lovely old time. The snow's falling, and the goals keep coming. Is Buendia going to get another assist? He is, I think. Give and go. Oh, brilliant. So Emi Buendia now has 3 assists and a goal in 40 minutes. Dowell strokes it in to the net. And Emi Buendia has the look of an A-level student going to primary school at the moment, doesn't he? Just, what are you doing here? Why are you here in this division? It doesn't make any sense anymore. Go and play in the Champions League, for goodness sakes. But hey, let's enjoy him in the Championship when he's here. Absolute baller. And Norwich are 5-0 up against Huddersfield. 69-36 gone, and Brentford are struggling far more to stick the ball in the back of the net. Apparently, we have a penalty to Manchester City. So I'm going to head back over there and see what is going on here. I can see a Man City free kick, which De Bruyne is going to take. Right, here comes the Brentford sub. Too much going on. I'm trying to keep up here. So double sub for Brentford. Jensen is trotting off. Marcondes and Godos are coming on. I think they're just doing a VAR check on the Manchester City penalty. Dortmund players surrounding the referee. I thought you got in trouble for doing that nowadays. Yellow cards coming out in that game. Emre Can sort of just flicking his heel up. I think that's going to get overturned. That doesn't look like much of a penalty to me, but we'll see what the VAR says. 71 minutes coming up. Rakeem Harper has come on for Birmingham. They're checking the Manchester City penalty. Rodrigo got the old sniper treatment there. So, Goddess and Marcondes have come on for Brentford, who need a goal. Etheridge taking his time with a goal kick. Ivan Toney's telling him to hurry up. Referee's going and checking the screen. It's just not a penalty, is it? I don't know whether he thinks. I suppose there is minimal contact, possibly on. Yeah, I mean, Chan's foot touches Rodrigo's knee, I guess, does it? As Rodrigo goes down to try and header it, but dearie me, my soul, what have penalties come to, hey? Is he going to give it? Free kick Birmingham, anyway. Referee's just having his 100th look at this. Birmingham stick the free kick in the box and gathered by Raya, who immediately boots it down the ground. And Buemo's chasing. The referee's back in the Champions League. Blows his whistle. And very ostentatiously, what is he doing? Doesn't even point. I didn't think it was a penalty when I first saw it, but you never know in 2021. Apparently Madrid have gone 2-0 up against Liverpool as Norwich come off at half-time, 5-0 up. Go on then, hands up in the chat. Has anyone witnessed a game live and in person that was 5-0 at half-time? Anybody? I remember Ipswich being 4-0 up against Swindon once. That was an away game as well. Anybody ever witnessed 5-0 at half-time live in the game? Tell me the game and the year. Yeah, you're right, Stan. I need to correct the chat. A deluge of goals along with the snow over at Norwich. So all eyes on Brentford and Birmingham now. And we'll catch up with Norwich and Huddersfield in the second half. Let me know if you were at a game that was 5-0 at half time. Free kick, Brentford. Shooting position here. Godos and Mbuemo are there. Watford v City away last season, 5-0 half-time, 8-0 full-time. Goodness me. Anyone else? 5-0 at half-time? Tell me the game in the year. A rare feat, 5 goals in a half. Here comes the Brentford free kick. Looks like Mbuemo's going to be the favourite here with the left foot. It's on the edge of the box. Godos takes it, sticks it into the wall. 75 gone, and it's still Brentford 0, Birmingham 0. And the slip between Brentford and Swansea could be set to continue. Watford fans will be perfectly happy with this. The ball is back with David Raya as the clock ticks down for Brentford. 6-1 at half-time. Lovely stuff. Big clearance. Here's Tony out to Canos. Canos to Norgard. Marcondes clips it in, and Buemo, chance, good header, good save by Etheridge. Dives to his left. Good work by Brentford there. Marcondes, good bit of quality, clips it in. And Buemo gets a decent enough header on it. It's not in the corner, though. Makes it a bit easier for Etheridge, who dives across two-handed and makes the save. I'm the dude, a £2 super chat. Thank you, sir. Very, very kind. Corner to Brentford. And it goes low. It's gone to the edge of the box. Rascal, I don't know what he's doing there. It's looped up and over the goal, kind of just wafted his foot at it. Not good. Thank you very much. I'm the dude. Another substitution here at Brentford. Tariq Fosu is coming on for Brian Mbeumo, who is missing side Ben Rama this season. And Fosu comes on. Actually, I think Ipswich were once 5-0 up at half-time against Burnley under Joe Rule. I wasn't there, though, so it doesn't count. You have to be there, by the way. Birmingham coming down the right. Sunjic crosses. They've got it clear with Marcondes. Canos. Or was I there? I think I might have been there, actually. I can't remember. You know you're struggling when entire football matches have just disappeared from your head and you don't know whether you were there or not. Sorensen throws that one down the line. It is Real Madrid 2, Liverpool 0. We were going to check that goal. Asensio was the scorer. Madrid 2 up in half-time. Ooh, Lecco nearly got 1v1 with Pinnock there. Canos plays that out right to Rascal. Fosu comes in and gets it. And Brentford are down to the last 10 minutes, nearly 79-38 on the clock. And they've just lost their scoring touch. Brentford, haven't they? I was going to say they were top scorers in the division. I'm assuming Norwich may be going past them today. Let me just check that. 62 Norwich have got now. So Norwich is still a few off. But Brentford have definitely lost their touch recently. Marcondes hustling with Jutkiewicz there. And I think Marcondes has fouled him. As the minutes tick down. Feels like only a day or two ago we were doing this with Brentford at Huddersfield, weren't we? Where's the goal coming from? It didn't come. Spoiler alert. Bellingham goal disallowed for Dortmund, I'm presuming. Big clearance by Etheridge and Raya. Roerslev, big back pass again, and Brentford have got to make something happen here. And the ball is in their own half, being circulated around their back four. And chances are not being created. Shots on target 4-0. Remember, Birmingham did hit the post in the first half, though, for all of the zero shot on target business. Godos tries to play Roerslev in. And big clearance by Birmingham. Pinnock knocks it back into the channel for Tony to chase. And Pedersen lets it go. Tony goes and plays ball boy for Pedersen. I think he was assuming Pedersen's going to take his time, and Pedersen is still taking his sweet time over this throw. And I think, are we getting a sub? No, we're not. He's just taking forever. Pedersen throws it up the line. Headed up in the air. Sunjic, I think, gets fouled by Christian Norgard. And Birmingham doing a fair job here of frustrating Brentford. And they're taking the time over the restarts. They're keeping Brentford away from their goal. And they're heading for a very, very useful point. 82:58 on the clock. Brentford 0, Birmingham 0. Half-time at Norwich. Norwich 5, Huddersfield 0. Long one forward. Jukovic heads on. Hooked back in again by Sunjic. And Pinnock clears. Sunjic headers again. And Birmingham just pressing away. Marcondes weak there. Gives it away. Jukovic shoulders him off the ball. And I think Norgard has fouled Max Collin there. He's either fouled him or it's a throw-in a decent position. No, it's a free kick, actually. So it's a chance for Birmingham. Sorry, it is a throw-in after all. But they're still going to get it into the box here. Mark Roberts is going to sail this one in. Here comes Roberts with the throw-in for Birmingham. In it goes, headed out by Janssen and cleared. Harper plays it to Halilovic, I think. Crossed in looking for Jukovic. Headed away by Roerslev. Canos. Good feet by him. Into Tony. Shadowed by Sunjic. Tony does well and plays it into Roerslev, I think, on the opposite wing than he normally is. Sørensen. And Brentford just a little bit slow and indecisive here. And Marcondes trying to force it a little bit. Roerslev had got out to the right-hand side then and couldn't find the pass. Brentford v Watford will be a complete dead rubber. I have said there is a scenario where that does happen, and everyone's been planning out this last two games for Watford. Watford play Brentford away and then Swansea at home. Of course, a 6-point lead, and it's pretty much elementary. A 7-point lead, it's all done already. And you can go into those games, even with a 3 or 4 point lead, knowing if you're Watford, just don't lose. Easier said than done, I think. Clipped into the channel for Marcondes to chase. And Marcus Force has come on for Sergi Canos. Let me just bring you up all of the substitutions in this one so you can keep up. Because I think Brentford have, if they've not made 5, they've definitely made 4. There you go. So Fosu came in from Buemo, Godos in for Yanel, and Marcondes, there you go, 3, in for Jensen. Oh no, Force has just come in for Canos. So they have made 4 substitutions. Now, Brentford, they need a goal. And they need one badly. One over the top for Lecco to chase. As it stands, the gap itself won't change between Watford and Brentford. However, it's a game less, isn't it, for Brentford to make up those points. In terms of Norwich, Norwich could put 2 points on Brentford tonight if the Bees can't get a goal in the next 3 minutes plus stoppage time. And a potential 4-horse race could be turning into a no-horse race. Remember, Watford play ahead of everybody as well over the weekend. They play on Friday night at home, where they always win. Interesting. Brentford trying to attack down the right, but they've given it away again. And it's out for a Birmingham throw-in, which Christian Pedersen is going to take. Scott High has come on for Richard Stearman for Huddersfield. Poor guy. I think he's a youngster. Coming in at 5-0 down at half-time. Never the one, is it? Cosgrove's going to come on for Birmingham. I'm assuming Jutkovic is going to go off. Tony to Pinnock. Fosu, Pinnock. 88-20 on the clock. And Brentford. And honestly, I don't want to tempt fate. Brentford look done in this. Marcondes just hooked one over the top of everybody. It's not working. The frustration looks like it's crept in, and it could be a scoreless game here for Brentford in front of goal. And it could be another game, a 4th in a row without a victory. Off comes Jutkovic, as we imagined, for Cosgrove. I've just woken Siri up somehow. I don't know what I said. 200 people watching right now. Thank you, everybody. Brilliant stuff. This is a Tuesday night super stream. We are coming to the end of Brentford 0, Birmingham 0, and it is Norwich 5, Huddersfield 0 at the start of the second half. Then we will avert our gaze over there. But really, that one's done already. We'll learn a lot more from what happens in the stoppage time of this one as it pertains to the automatic promotion race, if indeed there is even going to be one. Free kick to Brentford. I think they've got a bit lucky then, because I think they tried to take it early and they're going to get another go. Right, stoppage time is upon us. 4 minutes of stoppage time at Brentford. Can they get a late goal? Please subscribe, hit like if you are here for the first time as well. Godos puts the free kick in, headed out by Mark Roberts, and I assume Mads Sørensen is going to throw this one in long. Long throw in. We're 30 seconds into stoppage time. Sørensen throws it in, headed away on the near post. Fosu, edge of the box. Lecco wins it back, and Birmingham are going to get it clear. Up the pitch it goes. Ooh, if that clearance had been 5 metres to the right, Cosgrove would have been in actually, but Raya could come out and gather instead. Birmingham clear again, this time with Gardner, and is it going to stay in? Unbelievable. It rolled along the line. I think David Reyes conceded a throw in there. Worst possible scenario there for Birmingham. Raya holds his hand out wide, but what Birmingham will do now is slow right down, bring Roberts forward and take a long throw in. I assume they won't send many forward here, but actually I'm wrong. I think Birmingham fancy a winner here. Birmingham, fair dues to them. They're sending the big guys forward for a long throw in stoppage time here. The box isn't as populated as it has been, but they're still trying to get a winning goal here. Fair dues to Birmingham here. Not settling for a point completely. In comes the long throw from Roberts, headed away on the near post. Roberts again. Can he get a cross in? Yes, he can. Oh, decent one. And Raya comes out and catches it. If there'd just been a glance on the near post, then Raya was a bit in no man's land. Here comes the counter. Old Force can't control it. Right, 2 minutes stoppage time played now in this one. Still 0-0. Brentford are slipping away. Going to be 4 without a win if they cannot score in the next 90 seconds. We are 92-28 up on the clock. It's in the box, but I think Tony has been penalised for backing in. And it's a free kick inside the penalty box to Birmingham. And they're going to be able to knock this down the ground and get away from the goal. Lee Bowyer, hands in pockets. He looks quite calm, but he'll be very, very happy with this if they can take a 0-0 away at Brentford here. Etheridge is going to take the goal kick long as he can. 93:07 on the clock here. Sørensen, long throw in. 40 seconds of stoppage time left. Brentford 0, Birmingham 0. Fosu down the left wing. He wants to try and win a foul, I think. Load it in the box. He's given it away. Good work by Gardner. Great drive by Gary Gardner. He's got Lecco's in if he plays him. Oh, Lecco's gone early. He's going to be offside. Lecco hits the shot across the box. I think he was on in the end. Chance for Birmingham to win it right at the death there. We've still got 15 seconds left. It's with Brentford now. If Lecco was onside then, that was a big chance to win the game for Birmingham. Fosu launches it forward. 5 seconds of stoppage time left. And whistle to his lips. Referee Whitestone has blown the final whistle. And it is Brentford 0, Birmingham 0. Goodness me. 4 without a win for Brentford. Let's go to the live league table. And there you have it. So Brentford, 70 points. There you go. It's just updated. A 4th straight draw. So neither Brentford or Swansea have put a win on the board. We can call it 8 games combined now, 4 apiece, which means Watford have a 9-point lead with, they have 6 to play and Brentford and Swansea have 7 to play. Remember, Watford play Reading on Friday night, could go to 82 points and starting to look like the all the videos we did before the resumption after the international break, talking about 3 teams playing for second place. There's only 1 team playing for second place at the moment, and Brentford and Swansea are going nowhere fast. Let's give Birmingham some credit, though. Defended well. Had a couple of chances as well. Hit the post with Gardner in the first half. And They have 42 points. Lee Bowyer there has got 7 points in 4 games. That's impressive. Really good little new manager bounce, as you guys like to call it. Definite regression to the mean for these players who we thought should have been higher in the table under Karanka. But hey, all was not well there. And Birmingham have 42 points from 40 games. If they score a point per game now for the rest of the season, Birmingham, they would finish on 48. But the thing we all need to remember is that Birmingham and Coventry both still have to play at Rotherham. So those really, really are the key games. Get your comments in on Birmingham and Brentford. And we'll try and read as many as we can. And we'll get back into Norwich and Huddersfield, which is 5-0. Bit of a exhibition, I think, for Norwich in the second half. Full time confirmed now. Brentford 0, Birmingham 0. Let's stick a little FT after that so we know in the banner. Lovely stuff. Right, we're going to go to your comments and then we're going to catch the last 30 minutes here of Norwich 5, Huddersfield 0. There we go. Right, let's have a look at some comments here. What are we saying in the chat? Tony, what a joyless comment. You're lagging. I think we all know how iFollow works, and if they put it down TV, I wouldn't be. But you're welcome for the coverage, Tony. But yes, a good point. Let's go to the live league table. Well said, Drew. Massive point for Birmingham. Very good point for Birmingham. Come on, Brum. Happy Watford. Absolute let off, says David. You'll take it though. I mean, you say let off. Just one draw for Watford on their incredible run. Never mind bees. There's always the playoffs to look forward to. We suddenly look solid. The Bowyer effect, absolutely. Any other comments on that? Auto race is done. We will see. We will see. Brentford and Swansea need to look downwards on their current form. We can't disagree with that, can you? Neither of them have won in 4 games. Rising tide in the playoff race. Well, 5th, 6th and 7th all won, didn't they, at the weekend? 7 points from Reading, Watford, Swansea and Brentford. Those fixtures everyone said would relegate us. Me included, said that. I didn't say relegate you. I said it'd be a hard run, though, and some really good scores in there, John, so I agree with that. Brentford just not clicking in the attacking third at the moment. Auto has gone. Good point for Birmingham, who never came under sustained pressure. Yeah, agree with that. Chris, good comment. Gordon, good point for the Birmingham boys. Thomas Frank needs to be asked questions. Blues and Cov just need to avoid defeat at Rotherham. Yeah, well, kind of, it could all be done, couldn't it, after that 4-game week for Rotherham. Right, let's get back into this. You can have a time sync now, Ania. And we will have a look at Norwich versus Huddersfield. I'll give you a time sync at 57 minutes in this one. We'll bung the teams up as well. I know there's been a couple of subs for Huddersfield who are on the attack as we speak, driven by Thomas on the near post, and Krull makes the save. There are the teams. Got all those goals in the first half, Jesus. Krull in goal for Norwich. Aaron's, Omar Bamidele, Hanley and Janulis. McLean skip. Buendia, just the 3 assists and a goal for him in the first half. Dowell, Cantwell and Pookie. Corner for Huddersfield. We'll just keep an eye on this one. In it comes. Sarr was there on the near post, edge of the box, and slashed over the top by Scott High. So for Huddersfield, and there have been 3 substitutions. So Thomas in for Hogg, Holmes, Rowe in for Holmes, and High in for Stearman. So Pereira, Sarr, Keogh, O'Brien, Bacuna, Dehaney, and Benza, and Ward, the survivors. And let's see in this second half whether Huddersfield can gain any pride in this one, or whether they'll happily just get on the bus at 5-0, or whether Norwich will keep on moving, in the words of Five. A lot of times this kind of unwritten thing, teams stop at 5, don't they? We'll see if Norwich do or not. Let's have a look at the live league table. And it's going to be a really good night for Norwich, because they're going 17 points clear with 6 to play. Obviously, it's not Norwich have 6 to play, but Brentford and Swansea have 7 to play. However, as many of you have pointed out, it's not the highest bar to measure anyone's form against Brentford and Swansea's at the moment, because neither of them have a win in 8 games combined. Exactly, Russ. 5 points needed as things stand. But we said this a couple of games ago, didn't we? Norwich could probably stop now, not play again, and still, get automatic. I don't suspect what they got 87 at the moment, that no one's going to get near that other than Watford. So essentially Norwich are already up, aren't they? Barring a 7-game winning streak from both Brentford and Swansea, which is just not happening at the moment. Bacuna tries to lift that one through, looking for Ward. And here comes Skip driving away for Norwich. Good run by Skip. Into the box. Down he goes. Penalty. Great run by Skip there, driving through. Down he goes. And it's a penalty, and it's a chance for the hat-trick for Teemu Pukki. Don't know what Richard Keogh's doing there. And Benza, well, here's a good angle. Don't start me on penalties. That's all I'll say. There's contact between Benza's right thigh and Skip's left thigh. But it's 2021. Nothing surprising me with penalties. And Teemu Pukki, a chance for the hat-trick here, and a chance for a 25th goal of the season. Here comes Pukki, hands on hips. Looks like 4 steps, I think. And a right footer for Pukki. Here he comes. Pukki, 6-0 into the corner. Keeper goes the correct way. Pukki has the hat-trick, and Norwich have 6. Norwich 6, Huddersfield 0. Get your comments in. Nice drive from Skip. 3-4 years ago, you'd have said it was a soft penalty, but in 2021, anything goes. Any contact in the box seems to be a penalty nowadays. Here it is again. Who is it? Is it Benza? Kind of steps across. There's contact thigh against thigh. We know it's not the measure with penalties, do we, of was it enough to bring the guy down? Because I suspect if you sample every penalty, there's never enough contact to bring the guy down, but they always get given. Nonetheless, it was a good run from Skip, driving through from midfield. Don't know why Keogh turned his back and didn't just step out and tackle him. He stitched and Benza right up there, but Pukki steps up and sticks the penalty in. It is 6-0 to Norwich as they home in on promotion. Potentially 2 games away now, Norwich. Annoyingly, not everyone's played the same amount of games, so it delays it a little bit. Let's have a look at your comments. What are we looking at here? Any decent comments? Agree, a very soft pen. Nevertheless, a shame it's been played in an empty stadium. It's a sort of penalty that if anyone was in a stadium and it went against their team, they doth protest very hard. But it's not inconsistent with the 2021 standard of penalties, is it, Dennis? Pookie's second hat-trick for Norwich. Finland is going to win the Euros. Nice. And a first championship hat-trick for Pookie. There you go. More Premier League hat-tricks than championship hat-tricks. Apparently Brentford were not very good earlier. Would you agree? Yes, I would agree. Very anemic up front. Just looks a bit stale. Looks like the goal threat. The goal threat has gone from Brentford at the moment. Just not working. Here's Mbenza. Sa. High. And Rowe. Back to Sa. Huddersfield keeping the ball. Norwich are running away with it now. Hats off to them. Been excellent all season. Do you know the scary thing is they haven't, have they? If Norwich had been good for the first 5, 6, 7 games, well, they were sorting out Buendia and Cantwell, and was a reasonably slow start, they would have got the 100 points and they would have been close to the record. Been so much stronger than everybody else in the division. That's surely a foul on Dowell there by Sorba, and a dangerous free kick. And here comes my favourite segment here. Let's welcome Shaylee. Any questions for Shaylee, who is... Actually, I've got a question for Shaylee. Are you in the living room and what are you watching on the telly? Any questions for Shaylee? Get them in. Free kick to Norwich. It's going to come in. It's just to the right of the penalty box. Hanley's up. Omobamidele is up. It's a dreadful free kick. All the way out. Just finished watching The Help. What is The Help, my darling? I have no idea. What are you drinking, Shaylee? Evening, Shaylee. I think this might need to go in the fake news sin bin. Milk. That is rock and roll. Here's a good one, Shaylee. Will Birmingham stay up this season, Shaylee? Will Birmingham stay up this season? Oh, no. I always invite her in, Russell. Shaylee, can you work out the points per game for Bristol City, please? We played Norwich twice this season. Both games finished 0-0. We lost 3-0 at home to Huddersfield. It looked like Brazil. Strange league. Strange days, indeed. Birmingham staying up, says Shaylee. Do you remember that World Cup octopus where they got the octopus to pick up the World Cup, predict the scores? And it kept getting it right as well, which was very, very strange. Ben, will you be being... That's absolute fake news. Shaylee was never sin binned. That was an administrative error. And David, you are viciously slandering my name by suggesting that I would do such a thing. Oh, a limp bunny. Is there going to be any left for me with a cup of tea after this? 67 gone. Remaining fixtures up on the screen from Sky. Rotherham, Bournemouth, Forest, Barnsley, Blackburn, Coventry, Reading remaining for Huddersfield. Great point for Blues today. Now, if you listen carefully, Chris, I did not compare my lovely partner with an octopus. I just said, do you remember they had an octopus picking the results out? There will be evidence of this if you spool the screen back. So I think we're good. Here comes Hanley. Dribbles forward to the edge of the box, pokes it through. It's all right. I'm a smooth talker. There you go. All the important stuff here. Shaylee, I know the answer to that, but I'll let her answer. Was it George the Octopus? I can't remember. Someone Google it. Google the Octopus. I think it was the Brazil World Cup, wasn't it? His skip for Norwich gets fouled by Bakuna. Mohamed Salah has scored for Liverpool. An away goal in the Champions League. Mo Salah on 51 minutes has scored for Liverpool. Yeah, they do. Tastes very strange. Iain, that is vicious slander of Shaylee. Shaylee, Iain has just compared your football knowledge to that of an octopus. I wouldn't accept such besmirching of your good name, Shaylee. I wouldn't take that personally, my darling. If you want to see on it, oh, horrible giveaway there. Campwell, oh dear. To say the intensity has dropped out of Norwich's attacking play compared to the first half would be an understatement there. But terrible ball out by Pereira, straight to Cantwell. He's got an easy square ball onto Dowell, who's got a free shot from, I don't know, about 15 yards. And Cantwell smacks it over the top. Dowell off, Stiepermann on. Stiepermann, the Swiss Army knife of football players. Sørensen is on for Norwich as well for McLean, who, as I said, we will see in the Euros for Scotland. An octopus would have better skills, maybe not. If you want to check out Shaylee's football knowledge, we did a video where Shaylee named her all-time 11, and it was very amusing. Oh, David, we can sort you some cupcakes. I would recommend brownies as well for you if you want us to send you some. I'll pay for David's. David's a good Patreon, Shaylee. I'll pay for his cupcakes. DM me the order, David, and we'll sort it. Yeah, Lewis. Derby apparently are Norwich's bogey team, aren't they? Oh, well, that ends on Saturday. Amanda, yes, you can relax at 6-0 up, my dear, I think. How's the live league table looking? Beautiful as ever. Alting Wook. We've missed Norwich off the top there. There we go. So Norwich are going 8 clear of Watford and 17 clear of Brentford. So Norwich, as it stands, will be promoted with 5 games to go. They have 6 to play. Brentford have 7 to play. Huddersfield, good little run, is coming to a grinding halt. Let's just say 6-0. I had to go at the Brownies fans. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it, Shaylee. We've got it covered. Iain, you legend. A £10 super chat. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Very kind. There you go. Iain, you star. If you check Shaylee's Instagram, Shaylee, put your Instagram in the thing here. Shaylee did just make a beautiful cake at the weekend. Does anyone know the answer to that? Biggest win in the Championship? Just go back to 2004-05. I remember West Brom beating QPR 7. Anyone remember any? Oh, Wigan beat Hull 8. Was it 8-0 or 8-1 at the end of last season, didn't they? Anyone remember? I don't remember 9. Only 8s. Oh, Huddersfield have hit the post, and then Ward with the follow-up there. Free header from the set play. Huddersfield going close there. I think it was Dehaney flicked it on the near post. Nice delivery from Mbenza. Good climb by Dehaney. Emi Buendia is many things, but he got easily beaten in the air there by the opposite number 17. And the ball hits the post. Ward really should have scored the follow-up, shouldn't he? 8-0. Dal scored in that one. It's a good point, Brad, actually. Yeah, Dal scored a hell of a goal in that. There you go. Check out Shaylee's work there on Instagram. Shaylee Bakes. Lovely stuff. Right, another corner for Huddersfield. In it goes, headed clear. Sorba, the Greek, has the shot deflected, and High has to go all the way home. Oh, yes, Bournemouth as well. Bournemouth beat Birmingham 8-0. Big switch of play there. Looking for Mbenza. Bakuna trying to find him, and out it goes. Yeah, the Bournemouth one was an away win as well, wasn't it? Wasn't it, Richard? Here's, I can't say his name. Omid Bamidele to Hanley, and he gets it back. Omid Bamidele. There you go, Chris. Biggest win in the second tier. Newcastle 13, Newport 0. Callum, Coventry, not bad results for us. Yep, it's all on those two games. Rotherham, Coventry, and Rotherham, Birmingham down the bottom now, isn't it? Oh, here's Buendia. Danger away. It's nice back heel by Pookie. Steeperman back to Buendia. Aarons to Skip to Aarons. Skip, Steeperman. Steeperman somehow gets past his man. Nice little ball into Buendia. Nice turn by Buendia. Spotless control as ever. Sorensen, Skip, Cantwell, Aarons. Oh, nice ball by Aarons. Cantwell's into the box. Cantwell. Oh, he shoots for the near post. I think Pereira saved it with his leg, and it spooned up in the air, and he makes the catch. Again, there's a nice, easy cutback to Steeperman, which you can imagine all the Norwich players at 6-0 are all shooting at goal, aren't they? Poor Richard Keogh. Here come Hugill and Plachetta for Norwich. Off comes Pookie. Hat-trick for the Finland striker. Left foot, right foot, penalty. Pookie up to 25 for the season, looking to try and match his 29, or even better, his 29 from 18-19. Yeah. Lots of ex-Derby players in the Millwall team. Sorba. Oh, Buendia's off and for Plachetta. Hanley plays it back to Kroll. Nice one, Mr. E. We'll be back on Thursday, no doubt. Have a rest tomorrow. I will write my tribal football column tomorrow, but I won't be on online unless anything mad happens. I think I've earned the day off tomorrow. Hanley to Cantwell. Sorensen to Hanley. Hanley to Sorensen. And Stieperman. Long one forward. Stieperman to Aarons, who's like on the left wing. It's going to be 7-0. And Hugill has scored. It's only been on about a minute. And Norwich are 7-0 up. And we know that championship record is 8. And it could be done here tonight. 12 minutes to go. 7-0 to Norwich. First of all, right, let's keep our eye on Max Aarons here. I don't know how he ends up. Is he playing left back, actually, Aarons? I don't know how he ends up over there. I don't know whether Aarons has been switched to left back now, but they're completely taking the mick, Norwich, aren't they? Aarons the right back on the left wing, crossing with the left foot. I don't want to be disrespectful for Huddersfield, but this reminds me of when Ronnie O'Sullivan, the snooker player, would just start playing with his left hand. He'd be like, oh, well, I'm winning anyway. The equivalent of putting Aarons on the left-hand side, who then gets an assist with his left foot. And Hugill gets the goal. 7-0. Whack. Brown is on for Huddersfield now, who just want to get out of Dodge, don't they? 7-0 to Norwich. I've seen a few 6s. I've never seen a 7, I don't think, live and in the flesh. Here's Omar Bamadeli. Real Madrid have gone 3-1 up. Thanks for the tip-off, Owen, because it hasn't happened on my iPad yet. Liverpool struggling in the Champions League against Real. Here's Bakuna for Huddersfield. Keogh steps up to halfway, plays it into high. There is the goal, Vinicius Junior for Madrid. He scored in the, Real. He scored in the first half. Also, here come Huddersfield with Brown down the left. He goes down, wins a throw in though, no foul. Blachetta was chasing him. Birmingham nearly safe now, very, very nearly. Still need to not lose to Rotherham, don't they? Rotherham still a wild card down there, though. We can't say any definites. Here is high. Yeah, I can't keep up, Dennis, can I? Let's change the ticker to say 7. Actually, I think someone said it in the chat. Should we spell it out as well, like they would on the video printer on Grandstand? You have to be a certain age to remember that. Here comes Giannoulis. Bakuna back and intercepts the cross. There you go. How's that? Hanley for Norwich to Stieperman, who's come off short. Training game now. Literally, you could freeze it now. Nobody's past a jog here. Blachetta, attack against defence, basically. If you pull the bus onto the pitch now, the Huddersfield players will get straight on. Cantwell. Look at Aaron's position. So high on the right wing. Another Norwich sub about to come on. Hanley trots over the halfway line. Nice rotation again. Cantwell in the centre. Skip. Plachetta. Aarons. Plachetta. What Huddersfield don't want to do here is get lulled into this jogging pace, because if Norwich all of a sudden move the ball quickly, they'll tear right through them if they're not engaged, let's just say. This is really going to knock their confidence, says Ben. Could do. Yeah, really could do. I sat through an 8-0 loss at home to Bournemouth and a 7-0 loss at home to Liverpool. Ouch. It's true, though, isn't it? Hey. Cantwell on halfway. Exchanges passes with Sorensen. Bit of a freak show now, this game at 7-0. Huddersfield players look a bit shell-shocked. Complete jogging pace. Max Aarons has created 51, and that's his first assist. I'm more impressed by the 51 than I am the one. Incredible. This must be the biggest win that you've seen. I think it might be, actually. Don't think. Have we had a set? No. Yeah, it must be, John. It must be. Sorensen, as Norwich just playing the ball back. Huddersfield just trotting from side to side in shape. Trying not to lose their men. Norwich just keeping the ball here. Cantwell. Norwich, remember, 5-0 up at half-time. Knocking it around for the passing stats. See if they can get over 700-800. I'll give you a number, actually. 637 as things stand. Ooh, Plachetta in down the right. Tried to find Hugel, but nothing doing there. What is Benza doing? Step over near the edge of his box at 7-0 down. Stick your foot through it, man. Am I doing Millwall Swans on Saturday? When is it, Alex? Is it the 12:30? Probably. It says Watford Reading, and then it just says Superstream on Saturday on my whiteboard. Off goes Cantwell. There's his goal again. Luckily, they didn't show the celebration. Lovely goal, though, by Cantwell. Great player. Yes, in that case, Alex. Yeah. Well, obviously, David, yeah. The naysayers would say that, wouldn't they? 85:50 on the clock. Brentford 0, Birmingham 0 at 7 p.m. Brentford 4 without a win. Not quite as bad as Swansea's 4 straight defeats, but it certainly won't do, given in those 4 games that Watford have scored 10 points in that chase for second place. I mentioned Hector Reeve on the Blue Monday show, actually. Oh, Leeds Man City, that should be tasty as well, shouldn't it? The first one of those was a beautiful game, wasn't it, this season? Hey, there's no stat padding. The numbers are the numbers, Liam, aren't they? They don't lie. Stieperman, lovely ball. Hernandez, when did he come on? Coming down the left-hand side against Rowe. Hernandez drifts in, plays it to Stieperman. Giannoulis gets back on side. Back to Plachetta. Oh, good strike by Plachetta. Good save by Pereira. That was going in the corner. Aarons. And a spectacular attempt there by Ernel Hernandez. It wasn't really spectacular. It was a bit rubbish, actually. But he tries to sort of overhead hook volley it. Here's the effort from Plachetta. That was a good strike, actually. Curling away from the keeper, and a good save by Pereira to his left. Yeah, he saved something. Everything else has flown past him. Ipswich MK. Keep me up to date with that one. That should be looking forward to that one. Liam. Here is Aarons. Clever little drag back by Aarons. Tries to play into Hugel. Hugel not on Aaron's wavelength there. Keogh clears out to Hanley. Hanley to Sorensen. Skip. I bet Krill's been chilling in net, safe gaming. Krill got a curry. He left about 50 minutes in and went off and got a curry. He's just finished it and he's expecting to be back for stoppage time, Tim Krill. Oh, here comes Plachetta. Ooh, it's going to go out for a throw-in the end. Just flies across the back. Simon, first time in a live stream. Hope all is well. Thank you very much, Simon. Thank you for joining us. My local team is MK. Nearly mine, actually, as well. Cormac, Luton and MK. You probably live near me. Funny enough, I saw Huddersfield beat us 6-0 on a Monday night and Jordan Rhodes scored 4. I vaguely remember that. Ben, the Wickham fan there. My opinion on Jack Marriott. Oh, he annoys me. Of course, he's another Ipswich, ex-Ipswich striker, isn't he? 89-35 on the clock. Norwich 7, Huddersfield 0. Hanley's got it in the centre circle. Ward was down. He's just sprung back up now. Here's Janulis. Skip. Who invented the skip? Hanley. Skip. Hanley. Have they gone over 750 passes now? Sorensen. We're into stoppage time. 2 minutes there will be. That was a bit Yoda-ish, wasn't it? 2 minutes there will be. There will be 2 minutes. Teemu Pukki's got... Has he got man of the match? Don't know how Buendia didn't get man of the match for Sky, but there you go. I suppose Pukki's got the hat-trick, but I'm sure Buendia's got about 15 man of the matches this season. He was untouchable in the first half, wasn't he? But hey, they've given it to Pukki on the basis of the hat-trick. Skip switches the play. Aarons. Ooh, lovely cross by Aarons. Looking for Hugel. Good punch out by Pereira. And Benzo conceded the penalty in the second half. Rowe gives it away. Norwich win it back. 30 seconds of normal minimum stoppage time remaining. 91:45 now on the clock. Come on, ref. Put poor old Huddersfield out of their misery here. Norwich just pinging the ball around. Steeper man. Oh, they're going to create a chance here at the end, are they? Plachetta. Oh, could have scored. They could have scored an 8th with the last kick of the game there. Steeper man. Pretty difficult volley, but I mean, wow. Norwich 5 up at half time. Buendia essentially now looking like a Champions League player playing in the Championships. Just really ridiculous now how above the level he is 3 assists and a goal for Buendia in the first half. Simply untouchable in this division now. And I'm not sure he's ever going to be back again. There you go. We don't need to look at the numbers. Let's go straight to the league table, where Norwich have, they've done some catching up on Brentford in terms of the goals scored. Now only 2 off Brentford, who are the top scorers in the divisions. Pookie also is catching up a little bit with Tony now. 25 plays, 28. James, legend, £1 for every Norwich goal. Some conversation for, oh, hey, I'm a professional. Hey, thank you, James. Very, very kind of you, sir. Sublime. Cheers, Ben, says Chris. And Callum points out, as a Coventry fan, very good point. That swings the goal difference in Coventry's favour. So, yes, indeedy. Most important result really tonight is, in terms of affecting the most teams, is that Brentford one. They could not get the victory against Birmingham. 4 without a win for Brentford. The gap is 17 points. Daniel Farker's having a chat with the young Norwich centre-back. Little bit signally from Farker. I guess he's trying to signal to the world how high his standards are, and that even after a 7-0. But hey, why not? You've got to keep your message going, keep your players on their toes, haven't you? This could clearly be done behind closed doors, but I suppose Farker's trying to keep everybody sort of on their toes. So Norwich, yes, 17 points clear. So basically, Brentford, the maximum amount of points Brentford could get is 91 if they win all 7 of their games, which is unlikely. So essentially, Norwich could be promoted. They've got Derby, haven't they? At the actually, I can do better than that. We had all the details up earlier in the day, didn't we? I can do better than that. So Norwich have Derby at the weekend. Watford have Reading. Brentford go to Preston, and Swansea go to Millwall. So there's a scenario at the weekend, if we bring that table back up, where a Norwich win takes them to 90. If, for example, Brentford drew and Swansea drew 71, then with 6 games to go, Norwich would be promoted at the weekend. 71's not 18. Yeah. So basically, if Norwich win at the weekend and Brentford and Swansea don't, Norwich will be promoted on Saturday at Derby. But that they do need the other 2 results to go in their favour too. Hang on a minute. They'd also need, sorry, let me just correct myself on that. They'd also need Barnsley, who are, oh no, they wouldn't. No, because Barnsley already have 6 games. So yeah, Barnsley can't catch Norwich anyway. So no, I was correct. Norwich win on Saturday, and Brentford and Swansea don't, then Norwich will be promoted on Saturday with 5 games for them still to play. Right. Any last comments here? Excellent coverage. Thank you, Dennis. Very, very kind of you. I think we're all good to go there. If you want to shout out, let me know in the chat before we go. What's going on the channel? Tribal Football column, I'll be writing that tomorrow. Check that out. Patreon Q&A on Thursday. And we'll be back in for the preview show at 1 p.m. on Thursday as well. Friday, Dearly Departed preview, and Watford versus Reading. There we go. Just about catch up. If you want to shout out, let me know. There you go. Leeds 2021. David Lewis, thank you. Anir, Owen Armitage, thank you. Dominic Richards, JN Boys, Liam Vince, Daniel Jones, thank you. David Turner, thank you. Everybody, great bunch here in the chat each and every stream. Pucker J, Ben, Russ. We can give you a special shout out, actually, Russ. There we go. Thank you as ever to Russ, who sponsors our preview show. There you go. You can see a picture of him there as well. Thank you, Russ. And of course, David. This is a super stream, so we'll give him a shout out as well. Brad, thank you so much. Eugene, Richard, Stan, Phil, Liam, Frank, Safe Gaming. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And it is a big, huge over and out from me. Last stream of the Easter weekend, Brentford slip again, and Norwich hit 7 over and where's my outro? Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.